bass hits. Lights flicker. Engines scream, and through the smoke drifts one name carved in chrome, arrogance and red lightning. Obsidian Knockout. He steps out like he owns every star in the sky. Visor glowing, frame polished so bright. Entire fleet stop to stare. Cocky grin, sharp voice, ego big enough to blot out a sun. He talks like a victory lap. He walks like a supernova wearing heels. He breathes confidence like oxygen. Once he was a Decepticon medic. Fast, cruel, sarcastic, and too pretty for the battlefield. Now he's Obsidian Empire royalty, forged in iron, fire, and quantum steel. His armor shines crimson trimmed in razor sharp obsidian black. Every line sculpted like fine art, because Knockout refuses to be anything less than lethal perfection. His alt mode, not just a race car, a monster, a myth, a streak of red lightning ripping across reality. Obsidian engines tuned to impossible RPMs, exhaust spitting unstable plasma, tires cutting gravity like it's cheap wallpaper. When he shifts into racing form, stars blur, space folds, and sound itself melts under the pressure. He doesn't drive, he dominates roads that shouldn't exist. Knockout loves speed like others love oxygen, drifting around orbital rings, drag racing through warp storms, bar sliding across cruiser decks just to leave a mark. He breaks rules because rules are for ugly people. And Knockout is flawless. His flagship, the red scalpel, is a screaming red titan of war, and a Mercer class nightmare slaking through starfield like a diamond tip blade. 1250 kma of crimson fury, lined with surgical railguns, incision grade ion cannons, and a prow shaped like a surgeon's knife. The ship doesn't wage war, it performs cosmic surgery, cutting enemy fleets apart with precise, elegant violence. Knockout commands it like a conductor, lead an orchestra of destruction. Every strike is art, every explosion is choreography, every kill is a signature carved into the bones of the void. His charm, dangerously thick. He'll flirt mid-battle, pose while dodging missiles, and critique your color palette moments before vaporizing you. His banter is venom wrapped in velvet. Oh sweetie, if your aim was as good as your delusions, I'd actually be in danger. You call that a flagship? Adorable, truly scrap it. Move aside, beauty coming through. Heroes, allies, and enemies with equal passion. Knockout doesn't discriminate, everyone is beneath him equally. But beneath the glittering ego is a warrior, sharp as broken glass, deadly as a collapsing star. He may sass you, but he will never fail you. His finishers are legendary, the crimson blur, a racing charge so fast it phases through hulls, leaving ships in pieces. The scalpel strike, surgical ion beams that carve capital ships into perfect slice. Mirror breaker, a high velocity spin attack that shatters shields like fragile glass. And the infamous Knockout kiss, a point blank plasma detonation accompanied by a signature line. Try not to scuff my paint. Knockout has history soaked in speed, arrogance, and survival. He's outraced warlords, out-oaked assassins, outshined entire factions. He survived Decepticon backstabbing, Obsidian war trials, and high-stakes races across collapsing wormholes. He thrives where others break. He is style sharpened into a weapon, confidence weaponized into doctrine, velocity crystallized into combat. When the dubstep drop hits space, growling like a hungry machine, and screaming like engines pushed past sanity. Knockout glows brighter, laughs louder, move faster. The battlefield becomes a dance floor. The enemy becomes the enemy becomes as it comes. The enemy becomes a prop. The enemy becomes Obsidian Knockout, the red scalpel, the crimson ego of the empire. Too fast to catch, too sharp to touch, too beautiful to lose. He doesn't win battles, he steals the spotlight. And the galaxy watches. as he drifts through war like a red comet made of pure attitude.